at your Pizza Hut.
Arthur. Hello.
This April,
I knew this day would come.
see why critics love Arthur.
This is what I live for.
It's hilarious.
My bed is made of magnets.
Her feel-good movie of the spring.
You will not make me cry today. Put this on.
Laugh out loud funny.
Say, wash your winky. Wash your winky.
Russell Brand and Helen Mirren are the perfect comedy duo.
Refresh me, please.
That's
Tonight, it's a division showdown in Milwaukee as the Cubs take on the Brewers. Coverage begins at 5:30 with Chevy Cubs pregame live. Don't miss Cubs Brewers tonight at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
From Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The roof is closed tonight. Brewer fans and Cub fans who made the trek north heading inside as we bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet. The Cubs come in at 3-3. Milwaukee has won 3 straight after losing its first 4 of the season. Hi again, everyone. Along with Bob Brenly, I'm Len Casper. The first night game for the Cubs and their initial road contest of the year. And this has been a pretty comfortable place for the Cubs here lately.
Yeah, everybody would prefer to play at home, but if you have to go on the road, the Cubs love going 90 miles north here to Miller Park in Milwaukee. They've done great here. Last season, a 6-3 record. For me, Len, it's all about the offense. Even though you see the Cubs team ERA at just over a run and a half, this is a great ballpark to hit in, and offensive ball players love to come here.
And it's the first of 16 meetings between these two clubs. Both teams hoping all of the matchups will be big ones this season. Interesting pitching matchup. We saw this a few years ago, although it was one guy with the Cubs, the other guy with the Astros. But Carlos Zambrano, and again, he's always generally good against Milwaukee.
He loves to pitch in this ballpark as well. He loves to pitch against the Brewers. You see his career numbers against the Brew Crew. And, of course, Carlos threw the no-hitter here in this ballpark against the Houston Astros.
And that's when Randy Wolf was with the Astros. He is now a Milwaukee Brewer, and the Cubs did damage against him last year. He had a rough spring and not a very good first start.
Yeah, a finesse lefty that really needs to hit his spots at this point in his career. If he is hitting his spots, he can be very tough. If he's not, you can get to him easily.
Roster move, Jeff Stevens added to the bullpen with both Randy Wells and Andrew Kashner going to the disabled list, and Carlos Pena is back in the lineup. So coming up, always fun when the Cubs and the Brewers get together here in Milwaukee. We'll probably have a brat or two throughout the weekend, maybe 4 or 5. And Big Z will take the ball for the second time this season.
Come to Menards for great deals during the Project Days sale. Rubbermaid Gentry resin mailbox combos are on sale. They feature a convenient rear door and have a durable construction that won't rust, crack, or dent. In white, black, or mocha, $39.99 after rebate. Take your cookouts on the road with this Coleman Road Trip Gas Grill. It's perfect for tailgating, camping, or the backyard. It folds up for easy transportation and storage. $129 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
If you're a golfer, then the Chicago District Golf Association has something for you. The CDGA is home to a state-of-the-art golf handicapping service, which allows golfers of all skill levels to compete on a level playing field. The CDGA sponsors and conducts more than 50 championships for amateurs, high and low handicappers, juniors, seniors, men and women. The CDGA is a leader in charitable causes that brings the game to those with special needs. The CDGA is truly for everyone who plays the game. Visit cdga.org for membership information and more. Go inside the lives of Chicago's biggest sports stars, only on Inside Look on Comcast Sportsnet. Your questions answered.
It was hard to do. It was hard to hold back tears.
Idols revisited.
I was a driven person. I wanted to be something special in this game.
And the stories behind the headlines revealed.
We're still talking about the bow tie.
Learning from the experiences is something that you grow from as a person.
Catch a new interview every month with Inside Look on Comcast Sportsnet. Visit csnchicago.com for listings. Cubs baseball.
Welcome to Bo James.
Hi, I'm
I'm Tiffany, inviting you to come visit us at Bo James in downtown Iowa City.
Hi, I'm Morgan. Bo James is a great place to get a burger, grab a beer, and just sit down and relax with your friends.
I like mine with cheese and tomato.
I like mine with French fried potatoes.
You'll love the burgers at Bo James. I'm Leah. Come visit us at Bo James in downtown Iowa City.
Business owners, listen up. Are you looking to bring in new customers easily and for less money? Well, now it's time to reach your local prospects online and by email. All local with no waste and so easy. Post your coupon today before our price goes up. It'll take you less than 5 minutes.
10 Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, coupons.com.
A weekly email with great deals from local businesses. 10 Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, coupons.com.
2010, disappointing year, but played well on the road late. They hope to continue that. Going into the 2011 road schedule, let's look in on Mike Quaddy's Cubs Southwest starting lineup against left-hander Randy Wolf. Jeff Baker will lead it off at second base. Starlin Castro, 10 hits on that opening 6-game homestand. Marlon Byrd, former teammate of Randy Wolf's in Philadelphia. Aramis Ramirez at third. Soto, Pena, Soriano. You have Tyler Colvin batting 8th and right, and Big Z on the mound.
Take a look at the defense for the Brew Crew tonight. It'll be Ryan Braun in left field, Carlos Gomez in center, Niger Morgan over in right field. Really has made an impact with this Brewers ball club in a short period of time. Former Cub Casey McGee at third base, Unieski Betancourt at shortstop, Ricky Weeks off to a red-hot start at second base, Big Prince Fielder over at first. George Kateris doing the catching tonight for veteran left-hander Randy Wolf. Our Alexis pursuing perfection starting pitcher, the lefty Wolf. Lost his first start of the season, gave up 10 hits in 4 innings. Last season, a 13-game winner for the Brewers. Also went over the 200-inning mark for the second year in a row. He's a 4-pitch guy, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. He's actually more effective against right-handed hitters than lefties, which would tell you that his changeup is very, very good.
C.B. Buckner will call the balls and strikes in this one tonight. Dan Isonia is at first. Dale Scott, the crew chief, at second. Jerry Meals over at third. So we'll probably be under the roof tonight and tomorrow night because it's cold. Sunday we may be under the roof even though it might be 75 degrees because we could see some rain as Jeff Baker lines it foul down that right field line, and we are underway.
The hitters love it with the lid closed. The pitchers would much prefer it to be open. Ball seems to really jump here. If batting practice was any indication, there's not a place in this stadium that you can't reach with a long ball.
Foul straight back. Ron Renicky, the first-year manager of the Brewers, another lieutenant of Mike Scioscia in Anaheim to get a managerial job following Bud Black and Joe Madden.
And Ron Renicky, right out of the same mold, wants to be aggressive. Mike Scioscia, being a former catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, understands how a running game can disrupt a defensive ball club as Baker chases a slider down in for strike 3. Joe Madden took that same philosophy to Tampa. Bud Black, to a certain extent, the same philosophy went to San Diego, and now Ron Renicky here in Milwaukee. Ball just continued to work inside on Jeff Baker. Ended up off the plate inside, but chases for strike 3.
Here's Starlin Castro at .400 to start the year. And he takes ball 1 outside. That one caught the bottom part of the zone, and it's 1-1. Cubs went 3-3 on their season opening homestand. Milwaukee got swept in Cincinnati, and they started the season 0-4 after losing their home opener to Atlanta. Everybody here was panicking. Well, they've won 3 in a row, so they're only a game under 500.
So the panic will stop for a couple of days.
For a couple of days,
yeah.
As it might in Boston. The Red Sox finally won after an 0-6 start. It's 2-1 to Castro. Starlin and the entire team participated in the inaugural Chicago Cubs Bricks and Ivy Ball at Navy Pier Wednesday night. Raised more than $1.1 million for Cubs charities. What a night. Picked up by Casey McGee, and he gets Castro by a full step. 2 down.
Yeah, that really was quite the event, Len, and you get the feeling it's just scratching the surface of how big the Bricks and Ivy Ball will be as we move forward with the Ricketts in charge of the organization. Just a tremendous evening. A lot of people got deep into their wallets to help Cubs charities, and we appreciate their generosity.
Portion of the net proceeds will go to charities supported by Cubs players, including the Dempster Family Foundation, the Big Z Foundation, Make-A-Wish Illinois, many more great organizations benefiting, as Marlon Byrd against his former teammate goes into the right field corner and has himself a 2-out double. He's trying to keep his run streak alive. Comes in having scored a run in each of his last 5 games.
And with that base hit against Randy Wolf, Marlon Byrd raises his career average against the lefty to 500 with a couple of home runs. Stayed right on that ball and drove it down into the right field corner. I think that's going to be a key against Randy Wolf. When he's at his best, he rarely throws anything over the middle of the plate. So Cubs hitters, especially those righties, are going to have to be content from time to time to shoot that ball to the opposite field.
Cubs beat him twice last year, scored 9 earned runs in under 13 innings against the veteran lefty. 1 ball, no strikes on Aramis Ramirez, who's hit just 200 in his career against Wolf. Wolf gets a sign from Kataris, his catcher. Big leg kick, and that's hit foul. Back to the screen. One thing you notice when you walk into this ballpark that is 10 years old is they have a huge new high-definition scoreboard. That thing's 3 times the size of the old board. It's the 3rd largest in Major League Baseball. Big swing by Aramis. Just got a piece of a foul tip. 1-2.
Well, you'd think the Brewers would want to protect their investment. I talked about batting practice today, and several of the Brewer hitters were banging home run balls off of the new big screen in center field. Boy, this place is such a bandbox, especially during batting practice when you have a coach out there throwing 65 miles an hour and guys can really tee it up that last round or 2 of batting practice. Prince Fielder was just hitting balls out of sight.
Fortunately, they didn't count.
That's right. There's a phrase that scouts will use from time to time in describing a major league player. He's a 5 o'clock hitter. I was one of those. Come out here against a coach, you could rake. All of a sudden they play that national anthem and you get a real pitcher on the mound. Everything changes.
Wolf ready. 2-2 pitch. Just missed the inside corner. That's the kind of pitch a guy like Randy Wolf really needs to get to have good success.
Yeah, the borderline strikes. Occasionally pitches out of the strike zone he would like to get the calls on, because as I mentioned before, if you can get him into counts where he has to throw the ball over the big part of the plate, you're probably going to have pretty good success.
3-2 is low and inside. We just had a shot of Rick Kranitz, longtime member of the Cubs organization, now the Milwaukee pitching coach. So 2 on for the catcher Giovanni Soto.
Soto, another Cubs hitter that's had good success against Randy Wolf in the past. 6 for 19. That's a .316 batting average with a couple of home runs.
They put on the right-handed pull shift against Giovanni Soto. This is not something you see very often. The second baseman's over on the shortstop side of the bag.
I don't believe I've seen anybody shift on Giovanni Soto in any situation.
I guess it makes sense against a left-hander like Wolf. Assuming Gio is in the lineup Sunday. I don't know if they would do that against Giovanni Gallardo, but I guess it doesn't matter what the shift is if the pitcher doesn't throw a strike.
Well, and when you play an exaggerated shift like this, in my eyes, it somewhat limits the pitches that a pitcher can use against a hitter. And Randy Wolf really shouldn't throw fastballs from the middle of the plate away in this situation, because Gio's likely to take that to the opposite field, and that's where the hole is right now in the infield.
You see how far Prince Fielder is off first base, but he's kind of like Albert Pujols in that he plays way off the bag against just about everybody. Foul tip, strike 2. And a fastball. It's now even at 2-2. And a pop-up. Only one guy over there. That's Prince Fielder. And he makes a grab, and Wolf gets out of a 2-out jam. The Cubs strand 2. Do not score, and the Brewers are coming up against Carlos Zambrano.
Let's see you fly now.
Look, more frequent flyer red tape.
Not on my watch.
Let that family fly.
I just wanted to use miles to take my family on vacation, but...
Let me guess, restrictions through the roof.
That's right.
Not anymore. Rapid Rewards has your back.
Join Rapid Rewards and enjoy unlimited reward seats, no blackout dates, and no red tape.
Hey, would you mind if I asked Sheila out?
Of course not. We broke up 6 months ago. But I don't think she'd go for a guy like...
She said she'd love to. She can't wait to see me. She's wanted me to ask her out for over a year now. She just sent me a video.
Hi, Steve. Oh, can I see that?
Yeah.
Can't wait for a date.
In the network, sparks fly faster. AT&T is getting faster with 4G. Rethink possible.
Now the Brewers Southwest starting lineup written out by Ron Renicky. Ricky Weeks already with 3 home runs. He's led off games twice with homers. Carlos Gomez is center. Ryan Braun at left. You have Fielder at first. Former Cub Casey McGee at third. Yuniesky Betancourt came over from Kansas City. Niger Morgan acquired from Washington. George Kataris is back at the plate for the injured Jonathan Lucroy, and Randy Wolf on the mound.
Take a look at the Cubs defensively tonight. Soriano, Byrd, and Tyler Colvin tonight across the outfield, left to right. Ramirez, Castro, Baker, and Pena across the infield, third to first. Giovanni Soto doing the catching tonight for right-hander Carlos Zambrano. Had to exit his first start of the season in the top half of the 7th inning with a 2-2 count on Ronnie Cedeno when he had some severe cramping in his right hand. That's been an issue for Carlos in the past. Hopefully it will not be an issue tonight.
Well, you have to be prepared right off the bat when you face Ricky Weeks, becoming one of the premier leadoff men in baseball. 23 career leadoff home runs, and he has 2 already this season. So you've got to be able to make pitches early on, and he had a very good year last year, Bob, and for once he was healthy for the entire year.
I think that was a key for Ricky Weeks, a tremendous athlete, finally 100% healthy, and we mentioned it during the first homestand of the season back at Wrigley. I think Ricky Weeks is poised to just have a monster season this year. A lot of good hitters in this Brewers lineup, but I think Ricky Weeks might be the straw that stirs the drink, so to speak, up here.
Signed a 4-year extension in mid-February. Holds his hands pretty low as he sets up, and it's 3 balls and a strike. And the Brewers' second baseman got their old school pinstripe uniforms on. They don them once a month here at home. Strike two. It's full. Carlos has beaten the Brewers in this ballpark a lot lately. He's got a 5-game winning streak going back to 2007 against Milwaukee in this yard. 5-0 with a .253. Over 7 appearances and 6 starts. Three-two pitch. He struck him out.
Good slider from Big Z right there. Started on the inside part of the plate. Weak swings right over the top. Good start for Carlos.
Really battled his way through that first start against the Pirates. Carlos Gomez hits a fly to left. Alfonso Soriano shuffling back. Well, let's go back to September 14th of 2008 and the hurricane in Houston. So the Astros hosting the Cubs here, and Carlos Zambrano threw a no-hitter. The first for the Cubs since Milt Pappas in 1972. First no-hitter ever thrown at a neutral site. And the next day, to end that 2-game series, the Astros had 1 hit. They had 1 hit the entire series. Ted Lilly started that next game, and I think it was Mark Loretta who had the only hit in the series for Houston. And it was late.
Yeah, I think it was like the 7th inning when Loretta did get the first hit against Ted Lilly.
1-1 the count on left fielder Ryan Braun.
Giovanni Soto tried to hold that last pitch. He had set up on the outside corner, but Big Z threw the pitch back to the inside corner. Most umpires aren't going to give you a call if you miss the entire width of the plate.
Not a lot of guys in this lineup will get cheated. Kind of reminds you of Harvey's Wallbangers or Bambi's Bombers.
I think the difference between this year's Brewers team and the ones you're mentioning is the fact that I think this year's Brewers team is capable of manufacturing runs if necessary. Certainly they've got a lot of power up and down the lineup, but they've also got a lot of speed. And we talked about Ron Renicky briefly earlier. He loves to utilize that speed, get runners in motion, try to open some holes in the defense. And the guy at the plate is a perfect example of that combination of power and speed.
Yeah, he'll run. He really worked on his legs a lot in the offseason, but he just struck out as Big Z strikes out 2 in the first inning. And we are scoreless after 1 from Milwaukee.
Years ago, he wasn't worried about retirement. He'd yet to hear of mutual funds, IRAs, or annuities. Back then, he had something more important to do. He wasn't focused on his future. But fortunately, somebody else was. At USAA, we provide retirement solutions for our military, veterans, and their families. From investments to life insurance to healthcare options. Learn more with our free USAA Retirement Guide. Call 877-242-USAA.
Is it really necessary to brew Coors Light down as low as 34 degrees? Does it really matter if every beer is filtered cold, aged cold, and packaged cold? Do the mountains really need to turn blue when your beer's as cold as the Rockies? Is Rocky Mountain Cold Refreshment really that important? You be the judge. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Quiet on the set. Take 73. What? It's a... Saving big is no laughing matter at the Bob Roman Auto Group. Over 7,000 new and used cars online at bobrorman.com.
There's only one Bob Roman.
Manager Mike Quaddy is planning to bring a lot of fun and excitement to Wrigley Field this season. You can be there to catch all the action. Tickets are available now for some of the great matchups of the 2011 season. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com. Call 1-800-THE-CUBS or visit the Wrigley Field box office. Cubs will be back home in just under 2 weeks to play teams from the National League West as Carlos Pena getting back in the lineup tonight after missing 2 games with a sprained right thumb. Swings and misses. They shift to the other side of the field against Pena.
Now we'll see how coachable Carlos Pena is. We were down at Mike Quaddy's office earlier this afternoon when Carlos and trainer Mark O'Neill stuck their head in the skipper's office and declared himself ready to go tonight, and Q told him, well then good, go out there and hit a home run.
A pretty brief conversation. I know we talked about it on and off the air, Bob. You like seeing him take that extra day.
Well,
why push it, right?
Yeah, especially early in the season, cold weather, as Pena chases a slow breaking ball for a strike 3. Yeah, early in the season, the Cubs had come off a win on Wednesday, had an off day, or rather on Tuesday, had an off day on Thursday, and if you can give one of your key players like Carlos Pena an extra day, now's the time to do it early in the season. Those thumb injuries can linger all year long if you're not very careful with them.
Soriano with 3 home runs on that first homestand, all leading off an inning. And Menard's big lumber stat, working on a modest hitting streak. 5 games and counting. 1-1. Tyler Colvin on deck. Soriano hitting 7th. Knee-high fastball at 88 for a strike. Randy Wolf works pretty fast. Doesn't take a whole lot of time between pitches. Swing and a miss. 69 on the breaking ball, and he gets Soriano for his 3rd strikeout. That's 2 in a row to start this inning.
Hey fans, follow all of tonight's stats and info in real time with Cubs in-game live only at CSNChicago.com. Brought to you by Honda.
Tyler Colvin back in right after starting 2 in a row at first base. Thought he looked pretty good over there. Talked to him today, said he felt comfortable. Little jittery early on, but got into some early action in his first game, which I think everybody likes.
Now that always helps. A guy playing out of position or playing a new position for the first time, you want to get involved in the action as quickly as possible. You don't want too much time to stand down there and think, what if? Boy, what if they hit one to my right now? Who's the runner? Who's the hitter? Just react to what you see. And Tyler was able to do that very well and handled himself at first base for those 2 games while Pena was injured.
Had to flex off the glove of Wolf, but right to Betancourt, who gets Colvin no problem. That'll go 1-6-3. And the Cubs go down quietly in their half of the second after an inning and a half, still scoreless.
Henson, we're going to go over sales figures, complete this merger, and present to the board. Sink your teeth into some Big and Toasty if you understand. Good. You've got spunk.
A big day calls for the new Big and Toasty. Wrap your hands around fried eggs, cherrywood smoked bacon, and cheese on Texas toast. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hey Cubs fans, are you looking to get tickets to the hottest Cubs games this year? Visit Cubs.com and click on StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Cubs.com. Don't miss all the fun and excitement at the friendly confines with StubHub. There's always a ticket available to a Cubs game.
This was so easy.
That was quick.
No envelopes to lick. No deposit slips to fill out.
A lot less paper to deal with.
I'd like that.
I just feed in my check, feed the cash right in, and
Boom. There it goes.
It reads my checks, counts my cash.
Adds it all up.
how does it do that?
It even shows me what kind of bills I deposited.
4 20s, 1 10, 2 5s.
Amazing.
Look, there's a check right on the receipt.
Genius.
Fast, easy.
I could get used to this.
Quick and easy ATM deposits with Bank of America.
Well, the big story around baseball is Manny has announced his retirement. And there may be more to the story. I guess notified of a drug policy issue, according to Major League Baseball. Brad Lidge looking to return after the All-Star break, and the Red Sox making moves again. They won their first game of the year today, their home opener against the Yankees. Activating a couple of pitchers. Matt Albers put on the DL. Dennis Reyes was designated for assignment. And here comes Prince Fielder to start the bottom of the second, and we have shifting galore. Not only have the Cubs shifted against Prince Fielder, but they have the shortstop and second baseman well out into the outfield grass. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, pull shift on the infield, an exaggerated pull shift on the infield, but Marlon Byrd in center field shaded a few steps over toward the gap in left center field. And this is not unusual for a big power hitter like Prince Fielder. Normally he'll hit the ball on the ground to his pull field. He'll hit fly balls all over the ballpark. So they try to plug as many of those holes on the right side where he's likely to hit ground balls, and also try to cover that gap in left center just a little bit.
Went upstairs with a fastball at 92. But as you know, if you don't make your pitch against Prince Fielder, you could put all 9 guys in a little circle around second base. It doesn't matter. He'll hit the ball out of the ballpark.
If you don't make your pitch on Prince Fielder, the best place to put your defense is up in the bleachers.
Cranked to deep left center, and this baby will go. On a 1-2 offering, Prince Fielder with his first homer of the season. That's a milestone homer as well. His 100th in this ballpark, and now only 7 away from 200 in his career.
Well, Marlon Byrd was playing in the right location, just not deep enough. 83 miles an hour from Carlos Zambrano, and Fielder stayed right on it and hit it into the Brewers bullpen in left center field.
Well, I guess if it's any consolation, the shift in the outfield toward the other way was right.
Yeah.
He just hit it too far. Former Cub Casey McGee voted the Brewers' most valuable player last year. Finished 6th in the league in RBIs, 9th in hits, and 10th in doubles.
A good move here by Carlos Zambrano. Slow himself down just a little bit. He was upset with the location of that pitch on Prince Fielder that ended up in the Brewers bullpen. Stomped around the mound a little bit and then falls behind Casey McGee 3-0. And now walks him.
First walk given up by Z. Bring up Unieski Betancourt, the shortstop. Former Mariner and Royal.
Had himself a nice season last year with the Royals. Hit .259, not a real great average, but did hit 16 home runs and drove in 78.
Came over in the Zach Greinke deal. Greinke, one of several Brewers to get injured during spring training. cracked a rib playing pickup basketball. Sean Markham dealt with a shoulder problem, although he came back and has been in their rotation. Corey Hart, their right fielder, is out with a strained oblique. A catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, with a fractured right pinky. Bob, it got so bad in spring training that at one point Randy Wolf was quoted saying he was afraid to walk to his car.
Well, it can be a little unnerving when a wave of injuries hits a ball club, especially early in the season or even back as far as spring training. You wonder who you upset. Somebody put a curse on you.
I have a feeling Zach Greinke will not play pickup basketball anymore during the season. Might not even do it in the winter until he retires from baseball. Down into the right field corner, but it's going to slice out of play. Now Greinke is throwing. And it still may be a while before he's back on the big league mound.
Basically, if you look at it like he's starting spring training all over again, you go through your rehab for the injury itself. You try to keep your legs in as good a shape as possible, and then you have to start the throwing program just like you would at the beginning of spring training, trying to build up arm strength to the point where you can eventually be activated and give your manager and pitching coach at least 5 or 6 solid innings.
That one shot through the hole on the left side. Good at bat for Betancourt. Well, they have 2 on with nobody out for Niger Morgan. Now, this part of the order normally, you might consider not bunting. You do have the catcher Kataris, but Randy Wolf can handle the bat, so that might change things a little bit for Ron Renneke tonight. Niger Morgan, acquired from Washington in late March, plays the game hard. He's a former hockey player, Bob. He doesn't mind contact. This is yesterday against Atlanta. That ended up being the game-winning run in the second inning to give Milwaukee the lead as he banged into Brian McCann on a clean play, but he will not shy away from a collision.
Oh, not only will he not shy away with it, he'll go out of his way looking for it at times. This guy has absolutely no fear whatsoever on the baseball field.
He does bunt. And the throw goes to first. Well, Z put it right on the bag before Baker even got there. Worked out well. And you can't wait around when Niger Morgan is running. He can move. So that's a sacrifice bunt for Morgan.
Like a timing play in football, the quarterback just throws to the spot and lets the receiver run into the baseball. That's what Big Z did. He got to it quickly. He knows how quick Niger Morgan is, so wastes absolutely no time. Just flipped it over there and let Jeff Baker run into the ball.
One and nothing on George Kataris. He and Will Nieves, the catching tandem. Their normal starters, Jonathan Lucroy, coming back from a broken finger. Lucroy began a rehab assignment at Double-A yesterday, so he's fairly close to returning. Ground ball is second, and that'll get the run in as McGee scores to make it 2-0, an RBI for Kataris.
Gutierrez just goes down and slaps that ball into the turf. The Cubs were playing back, conceding a run, trying to avoid the big inning. I tell you, for most big league hitters, that's close to a gimme RBI. All you have to do is make contact and keep the ball away from the corners, hit it to the big part of the field. That time Kataris with a soft grounder to second base to drive home a run.
Bob, let me ask you, from the Cubs' perspective, I mentioned it. Randy Wolf does a good job with a bat. Career 191 hitter, but 5 home runs. Does that affect how you play against the 8 hitter with 1 out in that situation?
I'm sure it entered into the equation for Mike Quade as he positioned his defense right there. I mean, you know, I've gone on record as saying I would always rather have a position player at the plate with a bat in his hands than any pitcher, even the best hitting pitchers in the National League. But I'm not so sure right now with Randy Wolf and George Kateris which one swings the bat better.
Chased a high one, 1-2. Talking up Randy Wolf, and then went after one at his eyes.
Yeah, go up there again, see if he'll chase another one.
Outside. 2-2 on Wolf with Ricky Weeks on deck. Fielder led off the inning with a home run. Kataris with a ground out RBI scoring McGee. And it's full to Randy Wolf.
Never heard the players complain about shadows or darkness here at Miller Park, but from our vantage point in the press box, it always seems a little dark.
Well, Z saw his target on that pitch as he freezes Randy Wolf, but the Brewers strike first. Fielder with his first homer. They add one later, and it's 2-0.
I vow to be ready to go whenever you are. I vow to work even after the sun goes down, and to take a tank of gas as far as she'll go. I vow to be the most fuel-efficient Sierra ever. And now use your $14.95 PowerTech discount to get a total value of $6,000 on the 2011 Sierra PowerTech. It's the best Sierra ever.
Your search begins at gmcdrive.com. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Sometimes the other Danas, they just don't accept me. I come up with great ideas, like know your batting stance. That was perfect. All right, I got an easy one for you guys since you can't get any of these.
Preston Wilson.
Focus on this part right here.
Darren Erstad. I'm getting a little tired.
You're getting tired?
Yeah.
How do you think Enos Cabell feels that you don't know his batting stance? Is it my fault these guys don't know baseball?
This summer, Chicago baseball lives on one channel. Comcast Sportsnet. More Cubs and Sox games than any other network. Exclusive interviews.
My expectation is always win the division.
Legendary voices.
You can put it on the board. Yes! Cubs win!
And round-the-clock coverage of the teams you live for. All summer long, Chicago baseball lives on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Chicago sports fans know.
Just got home? Relax. You don't have to run back out to rent a movie. The same movies are right here on demand. Now, see great new movies at home on the same day they arrive in the video store. Why stroll through the video store when you can scroll through one at home on demand?
Tune into MC22 to see how we're helping shape our best and brightest. Watch the Iowa High School Speech Association's All-State Festival from the McLeod Center in Cedar Falls, only on Mediacom MC22. You'll see the opening ceremonies, as well as a sample of individual events, performed by Iowa's best and brightest high school students. The Iowa High School Speech Association's All-State Festival, only on MC22, your community connection.
recklessness, but he plays the game hard. I mean, he loves running the bases, swinging the bat. I think he really prides himself on being a baseball player, not just a pitcher.
And he seems to be able to separate the two pretty well. When he goes out there to take the mound, he knows what his job is, what he needs to do. But he really looks forward to those at-bats and the opportunities to run the bases and become a complete player. That's what he's done his whole career.
I pity the catcher who gets in his way on a home plate collision. I kind of hope we don't see it because you don't want to see him get hurt or anybody get hurt. But
I don't even like to imagine that.
Oh, man. 6'5", 255 coming at you. Jeff Baker smacks one into right.
The 6th annual Chicago Cubs Charities Race to Wrigley 5K on Saturday, April 16th starts at Clark and Addison, continues through the Wrigleyville neighborhood, and finishes with a run down the Wrigley Field concourse and under the famous marquee. Each participant receives a Performance Management Race t-shirt, and personal fundraising proceeds benefit Children's Memorial Hospital. To register, visit raceToWrigley.com.
Pretty good opening night for the Cubs minor league system as they combined to go 3-0 at the three top levels. Iowa beat Round Rock 12-9. Tennessee 17 hits and a 12-4 win at Chattanooga. And Daytona with a 3-2 win over Brevard County. That'll squeak past everybody and into center. Starlin Castro has a base hit. And the Cubs have 2 on for Marlon Byrd. Peoria's game was suspended, tied at 2 late.
Wasn't hit particularly well, but hit in a good spot right back up the middle of the field. So many of Starlin Castro's hits have come right back over the pitcher's mound and on through into center.
Doubled in the first inning and was stranded at second. Nice crowd on hand here. And we see a lot of Cubs blue in the seats as always. Bounced foul. They said the low tonight here in Milwaukee is going to be 38. Just thinking, would I rather be at County Stadium tonight or inside Miller Park?
I'll tell you what, even if it was 78 degrees and sunny tonight at County Stadium, I'd rather be here.
Yeah. Pulled foul.
Take a look at the dimensions here at Miller Park. 344 down the right field or left field line rather. 345 to right. You see 370 and 374 in the respective gaps, and 400 to straightaway center field, although plays much smaller than that with the roof closed.
65 degrees inside as we got started, 45 outside. They can heat the inside bowl, but there is no air conditioning, which is generally not a concern early in the season. I seem to recall when you were here for the Home Run Derby, it was pretty hot in here, wasn't it? They had the roof closed, right?
Had the roof closed, and a pretty good sized crowd in here. It was muggy inside the ballpark that night, and man, they were hitting home runs up there in Bernie the Brewers sliding board.
That could be 2. Little flip, and they get it. 6-4-3. Betancourt and Weeks team up to end the inning. Bottom 3. 2-0 Milwaukee.
Meet me by the sea again, past the point the shoreline bends, where the sand is soft and warm and hangs upon your golden arm, and time won't move at all.
Let's go after the DMV. It's okay that we're number 403. We'll find ourselves a comfy seat and watch some shows and stuff. Let's follow that lady with the laptop.
Now you can watch hit TV shows on your laptop with Uverse Online and on your smartphone with Uverse Mobile, included with most plans. Or get Uverse TV for as low as $29 a month for 6 months. In the network, you can take entertainment with you.
Gasoline is expensive. Are you going to complain about it or do something about it? Toyota is the most fuel-efficient full-line automotive manufacturer in America, and that should help you get the most out of a gallon of gas. So should our third generation of hybrid vehicles. Gas savings, only better. Toyota.
Cubs Destinations provides fans with the most unique behind-the-scenes VIP game experience available. Each package includes great tickets, first-class hotel accommodations, a special Cubs gift bag, a tour of the ballpark, and a private meet and greet with a current Cubs player. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
Top of the order now for Milwaukee against Carlos Zambrano. Apologize if I'm a little out of breath. We talked about it before. The facilities here in the press box are about a half a mile away from our broadcast booth. Just a little bit of an oversight when they built this ballpark. I was on a dead sprint getting back here.
I'd have to start renting a porta potty to put in the back of the booth here just so we don't have so far to run.
Charged by Ramirez. One away. Midland, Michigan, Bob. The Great Lakes Loons of the Midwest League play there. And a woman celebrating her 109th birthday throughout the ceremonial first pitch. Violet Smith bounced to throw, but it did get to the catcher. Her son is 72.
Young smart aleck.
I just hope I'm not horizontal when I'm 109
or 72
or 72 exactly.
Odd to see Carlos Gomez take a first pitch for a called ball. This guy is uber aggressive at the plate. He's more often than not going to hack at the first pitch you throw up there.
A couple of bunt hits yesterday in their win over Atlanta. He homered on opening day in Cincinnati, and some observers of the Brewers said it's probably the worst thing that could have happened. They don't want him to try to hit home runs. They want him to do just that. Hit the ball on the ground. He has excellent speed, and he's aboard with one out.
Just a late swing on a fastball, pretty much right down the heart of the plate. That late swing produces a hard ground ball that sneaks through the right side for a base hit. Gomez has had as many as 64 stolen bases in a minor league season. Definitely a threat to run.
We know Big Z is very good at mitigating that running game. He's got a good move to first, and more importantly, a very quick move to the plate. Set the coaches for you. That's Garth Orge over at first. Ed Cedar, who used to be at first, is now over at third. And as you mentioned, they've been very aggressive. That's a strike on Ryan Braun. There's Ed Cedar. He's from Waukegan, Illinois.
Better throw that time. They may have had a chance at Gomez, just leaning a little bit out there. And as you mentioned, Zambrano has a great pickoff move, quick feet, unloads the ball quickly to Carlos Pena. You can see the throw was back to the infield side of the base, and by the time he got the tag back, Gomez was on the bag.
Got him. Zambrano picks off Gomez for the second out. Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Well, I think Carlos realized it with a good throw. He gets him on the pitch before, or rather the pickoff attempt before, so he puts the throw in a better location. This time a good quick sweep tag from Carlos Pena. Very close play at first, but the Cubs will definitely take it.
So 2 down and an 0-2 count on Braun. Braun off to a hot start, has reached base in all 7 games to begin the year. Slider missed. It's 2-2. Some more home openers. Earlier today, Nationals spoiled the Mets. Citi Field opener, 6-2 the final. Jordan Zimmerman got the win. Had a big 2-run single in that game. Minus pitch count shows 50 for Carlos here in the 3rd inning. Threw a lot of pitches in that 2-run second. And ball 4, so he lets Braun off the hook. Minnesota got 2 in the 8th to beat Oakland 2-1. Carl Pavano over Brett Anderson. Joe Nathan got his 3rd save. Detroit beat Kansas City 5-2. 3-run double by Victor Martinez in the 1st inning. Max Scherzer got the win. He's 2-0. Mentioned Boston beat the Yankees 9-6 in the 100th opener of Fenway Park. John Lackey over Bartolo Colon. Bob, I'll give you $1 if you can tell me how many saves Jonathan Papelbon has after the save today.
1.
I owe you $1. Pretty easy when you've only won 1 game.
Just keeping an eye on Tyler Colvin down there at first base with big Prince Fielder at the plate. Tyler has to hold on to Ryan Braun over there. He's hoping everything is from the middle of the plate away.
Fly ball to left. Soriano, not even to the warning track, will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Big pickoff helping out Zambrano in this inning. After 3, it's Milwaukee 2 and the Cubs nothing.
Others are content to imitate.
we'll continue to innovate. The Lexus RX. Why settle for a copy when you can own the original? See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
This is the Chicago Bulls. When we step into United Center, into our UC, we don't lose.
Loser with a two-handed slam dunk.
You're not going to beat us without a fight, because we're going to fight and scrap to the death.
Are you flat out kidding me?
I've been a winner my entire life. The thing I'm missing is an NBA championship. We have a team that can compete for that title. That's why I'm here.
Come to Menards for great deals during the Project Day sale. Right now, all Shaw attached pad carpet is on sale. Cameron is available in 4 colors with a 5-year wear and stain warranty. Only 79 cents a square foot. All Westinghouse compact fluorescent light bulbs are on sale. These 13-watt bulbs use 75% less energy than standard light bulbs. Available in soft white, bright white, or daylight. Only $4.99 for a 4-pack.
Save big money at Menards.
This 4th inning is brought to you by 4th Meal from Taco Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later. The Cubs trail 2-0. Ramirez walked his first time up. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Giants got a run in the bottom of the 12th to beat the Cardinals in San Francisco 5-4. And runs it over Brian Tallett. Ball tie in the air. And it'll be nobody to make the grab. Fielder was backpedaling. Ricky Weeks tried to save him and could not make the catch. Morgan was in the area.
I thought that was going to turn into a routine play for Ricky Weeks as he gets over there. That's his ball until he hears Nigel Morgan call him off. Morgan was late getting there, probably playing deep and over toward the gap in right center a little bit. Weeks had all kinds of trouble. After he calls off his first baseman, he gets turned around and that ball drops safely in shallow right.
It'll be an error on Ricky Weeks. And a slow curve is taken low by Soto. Aaron Rowand with the walk-off RBI single for the Giants. So they win their home opener and send the Cardinals to a 2-5 record. Deep to center field. Carlos Gomez looking up. That ball is gone. 2-run blast for Soto to tie the game.
I'll tell you, Len, if you're a hitter, that is the great thing about Miller Park. You do not have to pull the ball to hit it out of the ballpark. You just need to make solid contact, drive that ball, get some backspin. That time Giovanni Soto blasted it to straightaway center field. Of course, this is the play that preceded the 2-run home run, the inability to catch an infield pop-up, and then Soto makes him pay with a blast off the batter's eye in center field.
First of the year for Gio. Pitch to Pena, called strike. Brewers had been pretty good defensively. The first 7 games had committed just 2 errors. Good to see the Cubs take advantage. Texas and Baltimore postponed. 2 of the hottest teams in baseball, you'd have to say. Texas 6-0, only unbeaten team left. The Orioles 5-1. But the winner tonight was rain. Down the left field line, Braun over in the corner, and it's foul.
Nearly home run distance, but just slices foul down that left field line. No signs of favoring that injured right thumb whatsoever in this ball game. Watched him hit in batting practice today. Everything looked very normal and natural. That's a good thing.
Wind in the 2-2 pitch, and Pena could not hold up.
That may be a different story, trying to check your swing on a fastball up and in. You see him holding his right hand off the bat there after he finished that check swing. Hopefully didn't do any further damage to that right thumb.
Soriano struck out on a curveball his first time up. 2-2. Soto just tied it with a long 2-run homer to straightaway center. The other thing I've noticed, Bob, they used to have some sort of ivy growing on the wall out in center field, and I don't see it here anymore. Just the green wall behind the blue padding. Maybe they took the ivy out when they put in the new scoreboard.
Now they were afraid the ivy was going to climb right up the batter's eye and get in front of their new high-def television out there. Can't have that happen.
Soriano with a laser to left for a base hit in front of Ryan Braun. Hitting streak now at 6.
Through the early going this season, Alfonso Soriano has done a nice job of either getting to fastballs in the strike zone or waiting on off-speed pitches. Now, granted, he did strike out his first at-bat in this ball game against a slow breaker from Randy Wolf, but a lot of his hits this season have come on off-speed pitches that stayed in the strike zone.
Swing and a miss on a curve. 0-2 to Colvin.
Yeah, Wolf will change speeds, especially on the curveball. He can throw one that's a little harder. The break is a little shorter. Obviously has a little more velocity, and then he can take a lot off like he did on that last one. It's 67 miles an hour.
Fastball that time. Rockies spoiled the Pirates home opener yesterday 7-1 and lead Pittsburgh 3-2 in the 6th tonight. Jorge De La Rosa still going for the Rockies. Ross Ohlendorf did not get out of the 3rd for the Pirates. 2-2 pitch, fouled back.
I think because of that swing, Tyler Colvin just fouled that ball straight back on a heater away from him. I got to believe you're either going to see something hard in on his hands here or another slow breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Most pitchers, when they see a hitter take a swing like that at a fastball, they're going to come back with something different.
And he got him on a slider for strikeout number 5 on the night.
That's the harder breaking ball. The slider started on the outer third, ended up out of the zone. Very tight rotation for Randy Wolf on that slider. Very tough to identify that pitch, especially for a left-handed hitter.
So it's up to Zambrano with Soriano still at first and 2 outs. Off the inside corner, ball 1. He's saying, come on, Randy, throw me a fastball. That too much to ask?
Well, Randy says, okay, if you throw me one. And both these pitchers are very well aware of the other's prowess at the plate. They're going to pitch each other like hitters all night long.
A couple of change-ups. Well, he gave him the heat. It was up 2-2. Coming in. Oh, that pitch was up and out over the plate. Zambrano just got a piece of it. Not where Kataris wanted it. It's an inexact science, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, we say it all the time. If pitchers never made mistakes, nobody would ever get a hit. That wouldn't be any fun. As a hitter, you just have to be prepared to take advantage of those mistakes.
That one was where Kataris wanted it, but Z laid off. It's 3-2, and Soriano will be on the move with this pitch. There's Baker, the leadoff man, on deck. Base hit to left. Soriano stops at second. Third hit of the inning for the Cubs.
Good battling at bat by Big Z. Finally gets an off-speed pitch up over the heart of the plate. Rips it through that hole in the left side of the infield. Because the ball was hit so hard to Braun in left field, Soriano could only make it as far as second base.
Just took a 3-2 lead over the Astros in Houston as they go to the bottom of the 8th. Ricky Nolasco, 7 innings, 2 runs. Wandy Rodriguez got the start. He went 7, gave up 1 for the Astros. Donnie Murphy with the go-ahead RBI single. We'll see the Astros Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. A tapper toward third, foul. Gio thinking about attacking the Brewer hitters in the next inning, not resting on his laurels of a game-tying 2-run homer.
I mentioned earlier Carlos Zambrano and his ability to separate what he does when he's on the mound and what he does at the plate, and probably no other player more important than the catcher and his ability to separate those two.
Jeff Baker, a high drive deep to left. Braun is back at the wall. It's a 3-run homer. The man who kills lefties just took Randy Wolf deep, and the Cubs lead 5-2.
Couple of real good at-bats in this ballgame already for Jeff Baker. Just absolutely crushes a high fastball to deep left field. His previous at bat in the third inning, he lined a single through the right side of the infield, got Randy Wolf to try to come inside on him in that at bat, and Baker made him pay. That is a big home run.
So Randy Wolf having a lot of trouble keeping the ball in the ballpark. He's allowed 4 home runs already in his first 2 starts. Castro bounces to Casey McGee, and that's the inning. But the Cubs send 8 to the plate, and they get 5 runs on a home run by Giovanni Soto to straightaway center, and then later with 2 outs, Jeff Baker 3-run shot, 5-2.
The Chicago Cubs strongly encourage the use of public transportation. The CTA offers a variety of options, including the Red Line, which stops right at Wrigley Field at the Edison Station. If you must drive, try the remote parking operation at DeVry University, located near the Edison and Rockwell intersection. The remote lot offers parking and an express bus for just $6. For more details, call the CTA hotline at 773-836-7000 or visit Cubs.com.
I vow to be ready to go whenever you are. I vow to work even after the sun goes down, and to take a tank of gas as far as she'll go. I vow to be the most fuel-efficient Sierra ever. And now use your $14.95 PowerTech discount to get a total value of $6,000 on the 2011 Sierra PowerTech. It's the best Sierra ever.
I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to work. I hate mornings. Great, I have 20 minutes. No time for coffee. Hello, my friend.
Can't get it together in the morning? Try 5-Hour Energy. It's simple, effective, and unlike coffee, it's ready right now. No waiting, no hassle.
Let's do this.
5-Hour Energy, the no wait, no hassle way to a great morning.
Tomorrow night on GMC Sportsnet Central, being a bike messenger takes guts, and Chicago's messengers are some of the toughest. See them navigate the streets, dodge obstacles, and risk their life for the job. Exclusively on GMC Sportsnet Central tomorrow night at 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Ever been a bike messenger?
No. Maybe my next profession.
Carlos Zambrano needs a shutdown inning after his team gave him 5 runs, and he was a part of it with a single and a run in the top of this inning. 0-2 on McGee. Breaking ball missed outside. Braves back home trying to snap a 3-game skid, leading the Phillies 6-3 in the 5th. Tampa Bay found out that Manny Ramirez is retiring, and the Rays are trailing again tonight 4-1 on the south side of Chicago. The Rays are 0-6. Only team without a win is the Red Sox. Got their first earlier today, 3-2. Saw Sam Fuld had 3 stolen bases yesterday for the Rays. Former Cub, the top of their order again tonight.
Attaboy, Sammy.
Playing left. Called strike 3.
Perfect location on that sinker to the outside part of the plate. Casey McGee just gave up on it. A lot of late movement. McGee thought that ball was over the left-handed batter's box, but it just does nip the outside corner for strike 3.
Betancourt takes a breaker for a strike. Two to left. Soriano lays out, and he can't make the catch. It'll be a single for Betancourt. He's 2 for 2.
Zambrano upset with himself. He left that breaking ball hanging right over the heart of the plate. And a nice effort by Soriano out there in left field. Had it in his glove momentarily, but when his body came down on top of the glove, the ball rolled out. Third base umpire Jerry Meals right out there on top of the play. And you see Zambrano, he was upset with himself for not really snapping off that breaking pitch. He just kind of rolled it up there in the middle of the plate.
Morgan laid down a sac bunt. That led to Milwaukee's second run as Kataris would drive in McGee on a ground out. Two and nothing.
That particular pickoff move there by Carlos. Some pitchers can only throw over to first base after they come to a complete set. A lot of times you can catch a good base runner as he takes his lead off first base, and we've seen it many times where the runner tries to peek in and see the catcher's signs, or perhaps the location of the pitch to try to give himself a little bit of an edge to steal a base. And for those pitchers that will throw over at any time, occasionally you're going to catch a guy peeking in at the catcher's signs and pick him off first base even though he doesn't have a big lead. Now you could clearly see from that angle, our high third camera, as Carlos started into his motion to come up into the set position, that's when Betancourt took an extra 2 steps off the bag. So if you can start your movement and snap a throw in the middle, that's occasionally when you'll catch a guy leaning the wrong way.
Morgan takes a strike. He was showing bunt, but was going to take it all the way and thought it was ball 4, but instead it's strike 2. 3-2. Oof. He's got a little break there.
Well, stay tuned. It works both ways. Kind of a mobile strike zone tonight with C.B. Buckner behind the plate.
Runner goes on the 3-2 and a base hit. Betancourt will make the turn.
Elijah Morgan figured, I better not take anything close to the plate after starting down the first baseline on the 3-1 pitch that was called a strike. So he hacks at that fastball, dunks it into shallow center for a base hit.
You see Garth Orridge over there, I think, telling Morgan exactly what you were talking about, that quick move.
Yeah, he'll pick at any point in his delivery. We've seen Carlos actually throw over to first base as he's standing on the rubber getting his sign from Giovanni Soto. We've seen him throw on the way up. We've seen him throw after he comes set. We've seen him come set and hold the ball, which is part of the reason why most teams just choose not even to try to run on Zambrano anymore.
Double play depth around the infield. Pena holds on Morgan. There's always a threat to run. And a fly ball out towards Soriano. Is Betancourt ready to tag? And the throw is going to go to second base. And it's now 5-3 as Kataris, without a hit in 2 plate appearances, has knocked in 2 runs. Not bad out of the 8th spot.
Well, he's gotten the job done 2 times. His first at bat, just a ground ball to second base with a runner at third, the infield playing back. This time he just lofts a lazy fly ball to medium depth left field to bring home Betancourt.
Wolf pops it up.
Stay
in foul ground and no play. Diamondbacks home opener will get underway shortly as Ian Kennedy will face Travis Wood. Reds and Diamondbacks. Cincinnati goes in at 5-1.
You normally wouldn't try to steal a base here with 2 outs in the inning and the pitcher at the plate, because the last thing Ron Ranicky wants is for Randy Wolf to lead off the next inning for the Brewers. But Morgan looks like he wants to run over there at first base, really trying to stretch his lead. Had all his weight out on that right foot, which sets up easily for that crossover step leading right into a stolen base attempt.
.34 steals with the Nationals last year, tied for 3rd in the NL. With Randy Wells and Andrew Kashner going to the disabled list, right-hander Jeff Stevens recalled from AAA Iowa. He's now in the bullpen. Casey Coleman will get the start on Sunday, and James Russell will start on Tuesday. He is available in the bullpen here tonight. Marlon Byrd back to the warning track. Makes the catch. Wolf retired, and so are the Brewers in the 4th. They do get 1. We'll head off to the 5th. It's the Cubs 5, Milwaukee 3.
Hey, would you mind if I asked Sheila out?
Of course not. We broke up 6 months ago. I don't think she'd go for a guy like...
She said she'd love to. She can't wait to see me. She's wanted me to ask her out for over a year now. She just sent me a video.
Hi,
oh, can I see that?
Yeah.
Can't wait for our date.
In the network, sparks fly faster. AT&T is getting faster with 4G. Rethink possible.
Hang with us on Sportsnet Central. Every night on Comcast Sportsnet, Pat and Mark, Chuck, Sarah, Luke, Gail, Chris, and Kip bring you the Chicago sports coverage you crave. We capture the must-see highlights, deliver the late-breaking news, and produce the in-depth interviews the Chicago sports fan deserves. So hang with us on Sportsnet Central every day on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
We need the funk. You gotta have that funk. Hey.
Rose, he just ran by everybody. Oh, my. Korver for 3. Come on.
We want the funk.
Wide open. Why not? Gotta have that funk on Comcast Sportsnet.
Oh, my goodness. Stacy, was that a poster?
He just made a poster. Oh, stop it. He plays above the rim. Woo! Get up or get out the way.
Ooh, now that's a poster.
You're watching Comcast Sportsnet now.
Tune into MC22 to see how we're helping shape our best and brightest. Watch the Iowa High School Speech Association's All-State Festival from the McLeod Center in Cedar Falls, only on Mediacom MC22. You'll see the opening ceremonies, as well as a sample of individual events, performed by Iowa's best and brightest high school students. The Iowa High School Speech Association's All-State Festival, only on MC22, your community connection.
Looking for a better job? One that offers greater rewards for the more work you do? An opportunity to work outside of the typical office setting? Or a chance to work with new people around cutting-edge technology? Then a full or part-time sales position with Mediacom could be your perfect choice. You'll receive a full range of benefits, including a sales commission plan in addition to your base salary. Sound like the career you've been looking for? Find out more by calling this number or stopping by your local Mediacom office today.
Front row seat auction to bid on tickets in the front row behind home plate and along the first base line. Front row seats will be auctioned off to every game all season long. Don't miss your chance. Go to Cubs.com. Check out the CBOE front row seats auction today. A little bobble by Betancourt, but plenty of time to get a Ramos, and pretty good chance Giovanni Soto is going to take the first pitch.
He almost is forced to at this point. You just can't let Randy Wolf have that quick of an inning. Somebody's got to take one for the team, and in this case it's Giovanni Soto. You saw him looking over his shoulder back toward the bench to see if there were any special instructions, but I got to assume he's going to take till he gets a strike here just to make Wolf work a little bit.
Gio tied it up with his first homer of the season in the last inning. 0-1 pitch, lined and off the glove of Ricky Weeks. Oh, they had the shift on. Soto hit right into it, and Weeks might have lost it. It looked like he didn't really see the ball well, and that should be, well, we'll see how they score.
Yeah, either he never saw the ball off the bat, or perhaps it was knuckling as it got out there to him, because the way he reacted to that ball, it was just if he didn't see it very well. Gio hits that ball extremely hard. Fastball inside part of the plate and up. Weeks was going up the ladder to make the play. The ball actually hit him on the heel of the glove. Very late reacting with that left hand.
Still waiting on the scoring decision. It's an error. Second one in as many innings on Ricky Weeks. The shift to the other side against Carlos Pena. Carlos has struck out twice, both times swinging in his return to the lineup. And the curveball in there for a strike.
I don't understand why the Brewers would play this exaggerated shift for a dead pull left-handed hitter, but have Prince Fielder holding Giovanni Soto on first base. Gio is not likely to try to steal a bag, and you would think the Brewers would play Prince Fielder behind the runner over there, especially with a left-handed pitcher on the mound.
Got under one. Weeks goes out. Morgan comes in. It'll be the right fielder. A 7-pitch inning for Randy Wolf. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 5-3 Cubs.
We will experience a 30-minute delay. Thank you for your patience.
When you just can't wait for Rocky Mountain cold refreshment, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
what's out there. Range Rover Sport, powered by intelligence.
Top of the order is Ricky Weeks. Takes a strike. Get out of play down the right field line. Well, Carlos Zambrano gave up the home run to Fielder, and a little shaky with his command at times, but has settled down, and the offense has really helped out.
And I really think what has helped him settle down, other than the offense scoring some runs for him, is he's taken a little off some of his pitches. He's rolling some sliders up there in the middle of the plate. He's snapping other sliders off the outside corner. What we talked about with Carlos Zambrano in spring training, he's pitching.
Trying to get Weeks here. Always good to get that leadoff guy. Weeks is 0 for 2. Two. 80 pitches for Zambrano here in the 5th. .99 pitches before he came out in his first start. And a base hit. I think one thing we can say, this 16-game season series, you can never have enough runs against the Brewers.
That's one thing you could be pretty sure about the Milwaukee Brewers. They were bemoaning the fact that they didn't hit well in their first series of the season, but you take a look up and down this lineup, there's all kinds of power, all kinds of speed, guys who have hit for a high average in the past. I think offense is the least of their worries.
Gomez 1 for 2, but he was picked off after he got on his first time, tried to bunt, took a pitch high.
Well, just because he showed bunt and took the pitch doesn't mean that Gomez is not going to try to bunt again at some point in this at bat. That's a big part of his offense, pushing that ball to the right side, just trying to outrun the defense to first base. I mean, a lot of hitters will go to the plate and make up their mind, I'm going to try to bunt for base hit. And they'll do it once, maybe take the pitch or foul it off, and that's it. They're not going to try to bunt for a base hit again in that at bat. Gomez is not that kind of player.
1-2. Do it again. Matt Garza against lefty Chris Narveson tomorrow night on Comcast Sportsnet. Earlier start time, 6:10 Central. Casey Coleman, Giovanni Gallardo on Sunday. And then it's off to Houston. How'd you pack for this trip? Milwaukee, Houston, Colorado.
I actually packed 2 different suitcases. I just in one. I opened it up, and in one side I put all my warmer weather gear and clothing, and on the other side I've got my heavy fur-lined jacket, layers and layers of underclothing. So I'm anticipating some nasty weather in Colorado.
Yeah, you always have to be ready. It's going to be in the 80s in Houston. Another foul. Long battle between Zambrano and Gomez.
Time for our Xfinity high-speed action. As Len mentioned, Carlos Gomez reached on a base hit back in the third, and after a pickoff attempt that was thrown to the wrong side of the base, Carlos Zambrano comes right back and puts it right on the money to Carlos Pena for the pickoff at first.
Another 2-2 and another foul. Long 8-pitch at bat already. How did he take that one? Swinging at just about everything here the last few. He took a close one, and that was the right decision.
He started his hands, but then recognized that that pitch was going to be just off of the outside corner. Very close, however.
Weeks not running, swing and a miss, strike 3. Five Ks for Zambrano.
Work hard for that punch out, and once again it speaks to how quick Carlos is to the plate. The fact that the Brewers did not have Ricky Weeks on the move, well, that combined with the fact that Gomez does strike out a fair amount.
Now 3-time All-Star Ryan Braun. Popped him up, shallow left. Castro already calling off Soriano.
A much needed quick pitch at bat there by Ryan Braun. Gomez had really made Carlos work hard to get that first out of the inning, and Braun immediately pops it up for out number 2.
They shift again against Fielder. Although Castro can't play terribly deep with that runner at first, he has to be near the bag at second. And again, Byrd shaded toward left center. Nobody's going to feel sorry for Prince Fielder, but what if he goes into free agency and Albert Pujols is out there too? Probably not the year for a first baseman to become a free agent. He'll get his money, but that already a big topic of conversation in these parts. Then after the high one, and it's 2-1. Although, Bob, maybe it'll help them. Maybe there's a team that has just enough they think to get Pujols and can't, but they decide, well, we can afford Fielder. 3-1.
I can't really imagine a lineup that Albert Pujols does not fit in too well, but there may be a team that's more interested in a left-handed power hitter than a right-handed power hitter. I can't imagine any offensive player ever leaving this ballpark. Certainly economics are going to enter into it, but what a great place to put up monster numbers.
3-1, now 3-2. Weeks will be going with this pitch. Garth Orge reminding him of that at first. 6 full counts already for Carlos. That's why he's nearing 100 on the night. Fouled back. And we'll do it again. 92, that's about as fast as we've seen that heater tonight.
And a real good location for it, too. Up above the belt, in on the hands of Prince Fielder. Like a lot of power hitters, he likes to get his hands extended. He can reach out and take pitches that are on the outside corner and hook them back to right field.
Another 3-2, ball 4, and the inning continues. Mentioned earlier, James Russell will come out of the bullpen and start on Tuesday, but it's not going to be a normal start. Maybe 40 to 50 pitches. Like to be able to get 3, maybe 4 innings out of him. And then Mike Quaddy will use another reliever to kind of back him up. And depending on how that goes, they can then possibly continue to stretch out Russell to be that 5th starter until one of the 2 right-handers come off the disabled list. But James is available tonight and tomorrow night, just in case. One and one.
Yeah, in the case of James Russell's start on Tuesday, the Cubs call it, and a lot of organizations call it piggybacking. Russell will start the game, but because he's on a limited pitch count, they may have to pull the plug a little bit early, and somebody will follow him in that game, almost as starter 1A.
Coleman almost made the team out of spring training. Casey was a lot better as a starter than as a reliever last year. Tall task. He faces Giovanni Gallardo on Sunday. And a base hit. And it's now 5-4 as Ricky Weeks comes in. Casey McGee knocked in over 100 last year. Picks up his 4th RBI this season.
Casey McGee, in RBI situations, he's just as likely to hit the ball to right field as he is to pull it to left field. He's just a run producer. Those guys that have a reputation for driving home teammates, they understand that a lot of times the hits are going to come to the opposite field. Pitcher's not going to give in and give him something to pull out of the ballpark, so he's content to take his singles and RBIs.
Castro will flip to Baker at second. They force McGee, and that ends the inning. But the Brewers have gotten single tallies in each of the last 2, and it's now 5-4 Cubs after 5.
That airline is going to nail that frequent flyer with restrictions when he tries to use his miles.
That's a lot of red tape. Step on it. I can't escape the red tape. Now you can with Rapid Rewards. Come on.
Join Rapid Rewards and enjoy unlimited reward seats, no blackout dates, and no red tape.
You could say I'm demanding, and not because I'm a ginormous celebrity, but because I have Xfinity. All my favorite shows and movies are available instantly on demand. Now, I'm not demanding, am I? Well, am I?
No, ma'am. Happy to be here.
With Xfinity On Demand, get all your favorites on TV and online. Satellite can't match that. Switch to Xfinity for $99 a month for 12 months, and we'll guarantee your rate for 2 years. Plus, get 3 months of HBO free. Or step up to an HD triple play and get up to $200 back. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Josh?
What's up, boss?
What's up?
Can you give it a try?
Rip it. Oh, okay. Josh, this is a rarity.
Hey, it's all right. Get back in there, babe.
Come on.
A little rusty.
Hey, guys, this new batting practice jersey, it's not working. It's broken.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Let me try mine.
Okay. Wow.
Mine's working fine.
Introducing the new MLB Authentic Collection batting practice jersey by Majestic. Now you can look like your favorite player, even if you can't play like him.
Time to take a look at our Coors Light freeze cam. On a sinking line drive to right field, Alfonso Soriano with a diving attempt momentarily had the ball in the webbing of his glove, but when his body came down on top of his left arm, the ball squeaked out. Able to recover and hold the batter to a base hit. Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
bottom 3 against Randy Wolf. That curveball got away from him. 64 miles an hour. Each team with 7 hits. Cubs clinging to a 1-run lead. Pirates tied up the Rockies. They're now 3-3. In the bottom of the 7th. 2-2. Rather 3-2 with Colvin on deck and then Zambrano. Pulls it into left for a base hit. A leadoff single for Soriano. Bob, we've been talking about the new high-definition board. If you're a batter, you really can't look at it because they've got Tyler Colvin, his on-base percentage, his slugging percentage, how many at-bats, how many runs. They had Soriano before with his career numbers with the bases empty. I mean, it could make your head hurt.
Yeah, you just don't look at the board.
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. I struck out swinging. I get it.
A nice picture of Tyler, though. Just in case you don't remember what you did, there's 12-foot tall letters out there on the board that remind you.
Fielder stands off the bag at first. I kind of wonder if he's just trying to block the runners so he can't see the pitcher.
Kind of like an eclipse on the right side of the infield when Prince moves around.
Swing and a miss. Tell you what, Prince is very active over there, Bob. We talk about how far off first base he plays. Definitely prides himself on his defense. But he's in the lineup because of his bat.
No doubt about it.
Knocked down by Kataras. Soriano will, however, get second on a wild pitch.
As a base runner with Randy Wolf on the mound, you constantly have to be aware of that breaking ball in the dirt because he throws so many off-speed breaking pitches. And when he's ahead in the count, he's not going to throw him for strikes. He's going to try to lead that hitter out of the zone, either away or down. That time the ball got away from Kataras just far enough for Soriano to advance into scoring position.
Wolf can't get it. Betancourt does and gets the out. Soriano, however, did move to third, so chance here for Zambrano to knock him in. Will he cut down on his swing, however, in order to make contact? That's a question we ask a lot.
I'm guessing no until he gets to 2 strikes. He's thinking 2-run homer right now.
Well, this could be a big run, and with that in mind, the Brewers bring their infield in. Fastball missed. Down the line, it's going to get foul. He hit it a long way.
Yeah, he did.
Man, look out. Careful now, fellas. Nothing worse than bruising your entire body and not getting the ball.
At least he didn't spill his beverage. That's the key.
1-1. Ooh. He'd like to have that one back.
How often do you see a catcher go to the mound to talk to his pitcher with the opposing pitcher at the plate? I think Kataris just wanted to remind Randy Wolf, hey, if you throw another breaking ball in the dirt, I'll get this one. I won't let it get away and let that runner score. That time he was all over that curveball in the dirt.
Soriano's going to hold, and Betancourt will throw to first. 2 outs. And it's Baker who gave the Cubs the lead with a 3-run homer in his last at bat.
Now Jeff Baker picking on a high fastball. There was absolutely no doubt about it. Braun went all the way back to the wall, put his glove up. That ball hit way above the left field fence. And as you said, Jeff Baker just continues to pound left-handed pitching.
Great to see Rick Kranitz back in the National League. 3rd team he's worked for as a major league pitching coach. And again, a longtime member of the Cubs organization. Sidewinding Sean Green is up for the Brewers. It's early, but this leadoff platoon, so to speak, as Baker gives the Cubs a 6-4 lead with his 4th RBI of the night. Well, he's done it from the right side. Kosuke Fukudome has been lights out atop the order against right-handed pitchers. It's worked out very well here in the early going. That's his 3rd hit tonight.
Now, there's no one formula for how to set up your lineup and arrange your hitters, but so far the Fukudome-Baker combination at the top has done a nice job. Jeff Baker does a nice job of waiting on a slow breaker from Randy Wolf and able to keep it fair down into that left field corner.
Big 5-run 4th, capped by that 3-run homer, gave the Cubs the lead. Brewers inching their way back into it. But the Cubs add an insurance run here in the 6th. They might need more. It's still fairly early. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-4 Cubs.
I vow to be ready to go whenever you are. I vow to work even after the sun goes down, and to take a tank of gas as far as she'll go. I vow to be the most fuel-efficient Sierra ever. And now use your $14.95 PowerTech discount to get a total value of $6,000 on the 2011 Sierra PowerTech. It's the best Sierra ever.
Tonight, it's a division showdown in Milwaukee as the Cubs take on the Brewers. Coverage begins at 5:30 with Chevy Cubs pregame live. Don't miss Cubs Brewers tonight at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
CSNChicago.com.
Total Blackhawks coverage.
Total Bulls access.
CSNChicago.com.
Game recap, stats, and blogs.
Insider access from Tracy Myers.
Defenseman Brian Campbell will not be playing in this one.
Plus inside coverage from Agria Sam.
What have you seen from some of your new teammates that really excites you?
For the best Hawks news in Chicago. The best Bulls news in Chicago.
CSNChicago.com.
Fans' best friend online.
Every weeknight at 5:30, only one show covers Chicago sports the right way. Chicago Tribune Live. Join host David Kaplan in a nightly roundtable with Chicago's biggest sports stars, celebrities, and journalists as they tackle every angle of the sports world.
You got to have 4 guys out there that can shut down the opposition and be lights out on any given start in order to win in Wrigley Field.
Chicago Tribune Live, presented by Captain Morgan. Weeknights at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Come to Menards for great deals during the Project Days sale. Add style to your yard with Dawson retaining wall blocks. They come in 4 colors, just 88 cents each. Or get these patio pavers, available in either red, black blend or tan, 4 for $1. Give your landscaping a distinctive look with colored mulch. Mulch helps prevent weeds and maintains moisture around your plants. In your choice of 4 colors, 2 cubic foot bags are 4 for $9.
Save big money at Menards.
Spring is right around the corner. Time to polish up the clubs and knock the rust off that old golf swing. If you're looking to improve your game, check out MC22's Impact Golf. PGA professional Chris Winkle has tips and training aids to get your game in order. If you have a question about your swing or golf equipment, be sure to send us an email at mc22impactgolf@gmail.com. Impact Golf can be seen on MC22 3 times a week.
Long run that time for Soriano and Starlin Castro, but Fonzie able to get there on a dead run right in front of the tarp down that left field line to make the play.
Kataris with a pinch hitter on deck for Randy Wolf. That's Jeremy Reed. Soriano has another chance. This time in Fairground. Watch Comcast Sportsnet Cubs replays on demand with Xfinity only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Here's Jeremy Reed, one of 3 lefties off the bench for Ron Renicky. They've always been well stocked with lefties. Fifth time he has appeared as a pinch hitter. Spent last year in the Toronto and the White Sox organizations. Nice job, Carlos Zambrano, as Baker throws out Reed. It's an 8-pitch 6th, and it's 6-4 Cubs.
Shop Menards for great deals during the Project Days sale. Keep kids active with ready-to-assemble playsets from Playstar. No cutting required. The Sonoma with 6 activities is $279. The Legend Starter with 12 activities is $699. Train your dog with Inotech. Choose from this remote trainer with 150-yard range or this in-ground fencing system. Just dig a trench and bury the wire to mark the boundaries for your dog. $77.77 each.
Save big money at Menards.
Others are content to imitate. We'll continue to innovate. The Lexus RX. Why settle for a copy when you can own the original? See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Hey, Marcel, watch this. Hey, Marcel, watch this.
Hey, Marcel, watch this.
Yeah, Marcel. Marcel.
Hey, Marcel. Are you listening to me? Marcel.
Only AT&T UVerse lets you follow your favorite channels on one screen. Just $29 a month for the first 6 months, DVR included. In the network, there are no hard choices.
The Chicago Cubs are hosting the 2nd annual Fantasy Camp at Wrigley Field on May 15th and 16th. 40 participants will receive the most extraordinary game day and on-field experience imaginable. This year's legends include Ernie Banks, Billy Williams, Fergie Jenkins, and others. Reserve your roster spot today by calling 773-404-4748 or visit www.cubs.com/premier.
Brewers are into their bullpen. Righty Sean Green will pitch here in the 7th. First outing since Sunday at Cincinnati. Had a great spring, a 0.77 ERA.
Held opponents to a 195 batting average down in the Cactus League this spring. Sidearm and right-hander.
Marlon Byrd takes ball one. Who is the toughest pitcher you faced who threw like this guy? There were a few.
There were a few. Gene Garber pitched down in Atlanta when I played. Kent Tucolvy, of course, was one of the nasty sidearm pitchers. I had a great theory against sidearmers. If they drop down, I swing. It was pretty simple. I wasn't going to work a walk. I wasn't going to work a deep count. If you drop down, I'm going to swing at it. And because those guys were strike-throwing sidearm pitchers, I think I had pretty good success against Tucolvy.
Former Mariner and Met missed a lot of time with a strained right rib cage last year with New York.
Well, you'll see a lot of balls pulled foul by right-handed hitters against Green because of that low arm angle. Everything he throws is tailing back in on the hands of right-handed hitters, and he doesn't throw that hard. So a lot of righties are going to be out in front and pull balls hard down that third base line. There's the Frisbee slider, very flat that time across the top of the zone and then out of the zone away.
Couldn't get that one. One away. When Giovanni Soto wants Chicago's best prime steaks, he heads to Harry Carey's Italian Steakhouse in Chicago, Lombard or Rosemont. Call 773 Holy Cow or visit harrycareys.com today. Ramirez pops into center. Cruising over into right center is Gomez. The other thing about Sean Green, he's 6'6", 230. Doesn't really take advantage of his height. In fact, he almost tries to make himself look as small as possible. Really hunched over and comes from the side.
Very few guys come into professional baseball as sidearm pitchers. Usually it's a suggestion from a pitching coach. Maybe their stuff is just a little bit short as a traditional over-the-top pitcher, so a pitching coach might suggest to them that, hey, you know, why don't you try dropping down a little bit lower, see if you can get some more movement on your fastball, get a little deception in your delivery. That, you know, pitching coach's suggestions and desperation. If you're getting your brains beat in and you can't seem to get anybody out, sometimes as a last resort, you try throwing sidearm.
One and two on Soto. We want to congratulate the Chicago Blackhawks, who beat Detroit tonight to clinch a playoff spot. Not quite sure who they will play, but they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Slider outside, 2-2. Pena on deck. And a tough night against lefty Randy Wolf. swing and a miss, strike 3. So stretch time from Milwaukee. Cubs 6, Brewers 4.
The Chicago Cubs strongly encourage the use of public transportation. The CTA offers a variety of options, including the Red Line, which stops right at Wrigley Field at the Addison Station. If you must drive, try the remote parking operation at DeVry University, located near the Addison and Rockwell intersection. The remote lot offers parking and an express bus for just $6. For more details, call the CTA hotline at 773-836-7000 or visit Cubs.com.
Yeah.
Hi, can I borrow some milk?
Yeah. Just a second.
Just for Men. In 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray.
Anything else?
Pancakes?
Just for Men. Live forward.
Tomorrow, catch Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet as the Northsiders battle the Brewers here in Milwaukee. Coverage starts at 5:30 with Chevy Cubs pregame live tomorrow night at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. There's your buddy Bernie Brewer. He's always happy.
What a great stash.
Left-hander Sean Marshall is in for Carlos Zambrano, who went 6 innings and is currently the pitcher of record.
4th outing of the year for Sean Marshall. He's already recorded a win and a save. You may recall that Carlos Marmol had thrown 3 days straight, and Mike Quaddy said if there is a save opportunity, it's going to be Sean Marshall. Coming in here trying to get 3 outs in the 7th today. And maybe more, depending on how the Brewers go down in this inning. If it happens to be a quick 1-2-3 inning and the Cubs don't get down to the pitcher spot, you may see Marshall stay in to face Prince Fielder in the 8th.
0-2. Your thoughts on Zambrano tonight?
Very workmanlike effort. Obviously threw a lot of pitches. There were a couple of very extended at-bats by some of the Brewers hitters that ran that pitch count up there, but thought his stuff was good. Command still not quite as sharp as it will be.
112 pitches, 67 for strikes. But a chance for what would be his 9th consecutive win. He ended last year on an 8-game winning streak and got a no decision his first time out. Well, ideally, this will be the last time you have to face guys like Weeks and Braun. 9 outs to go. Doesn't always happen that way, but that's the plan. It's a good start. 8 to go.
Boy, what a difference for Sean Marshall since breaking camp in Arizona and coming north, where there's a little atmosphere, a little humidity, whatever it is that he pitches against with that breaking ball. Couldn't seem to get the same kind of rotation on his slider or his curveball down in Arizona, but has been throwing some snapdragon breaking pitches since the regular season started.
Broken bat, ground ball as Pena scampers back to first to get that throw from Baker. So they retire Gomez. They'll bring up Ryan Braun. 2 outs, nobody on.
And you think if we come here early tomorrow afternoon, they'll let us watch the Masters on that big screen TV out there in center field?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Woo. And really, our camera shot doesn't do that board justice. You really need to be in the building to see how crystal clear it really is.
I want to know if I can fit it into my family room.
You may have to knock out a wall or two.
Yeah, that's all right. How much do you think it'll cost to have that delivered?
Wow. I'll be willing to chip in a little bit, though, just so I can come watch a Super Bowl at your house. That'd take a heck of a mount to put that up on a drywall.
I think so. The remote, the power button's on top of the board. Climb up this huge ladder.
Yeah.
That's not worth it.
Nah. I'll just keep watching my 19-inch black and white.
So what do you have? I've got a 42-inch LCD. What do you have? I have a 52-foot LCD. That's more like it. Marshall coming back on a 1-2 pitch. Oh, what a snag by Marshall. Kept that ball out of center field. They get the out, and that's it. A 1-2-3-7 for the lefty. Still 6-4.
Gasoline is expensive. Are you going to complain about it or do something about it? Toyota is the most fuel-efficient full-line automotive manufacturer in America, and that should help you get the most out of a gallon of gas. So should our third generation of hybrid vehicles. Gas savings, only better. Toyota.
I just want to win. Winning gets you everything in this league, so I just want to be labeled as a winner. I'm not worried about no triple-double as long as we win.
Oh, my goodness. I want to go higher.
I just want to be the best player out there.
If you know who this kid is, he's from Chicago. He has a 40-inch vertical. This is why this kid's special. This kid is special.
Sean Marshall with an excellent defensive play. Our Home Depot doing more on defense to retire Ryan Braun on a hard hit hopper back to the mound.
Just a reaction play on the part of Sean Marshall. Sees that ball coming back through the box, tries to lean his body out of the way, get his glove in front of it. He's able to make a nice snag for the third out of the inning.
Sean Green continues facing Pena, Soriano, and Colvin here in the Cubs 8th. It's over in Atlanta, 6-3. The Braves beat the Phillies. I saw it's raining in San Diego.
What?
Dodgers and Padres in a rain delay. Do they even have a tarp? A flare into left. Braun will not get there in time as Carlos Pena has his first hit.
Plays extremely deep in left field pretty much all of the time. He feels much more comfortable coming in on balls than going back, but that time his positioning left him just short of that little floater off the bat of Carlos Pena.
Soriano with a line line shot out to right. And it's handled by Morgan. Pledge your allegiance to the Cubs by becoming a member of the Cubs Club, the official fan club of the Chicago Cubs. This year's Cubs Club features a new Bleacher Crew tier and an improved Marquee tier. Members will enjoy exclusive perks, experiences, and merchandise throughout the 2011 Cubs season. To join today, visit Cubs.com. Ron Renicke's coming out and has made the Honda call to the pen. Looks like southpaw Zach Braddock is coming on to face Tyler Colvin. 6-4 Cubs, 1 on, 1 out in the 8th. We'll be back.
I vow to be ready to go whenever you are. I vow to work even after the sun goes down, and to take a tank of gas as far as she'll go. I vow to be the most fuel-efficient Sierra ever. And now use your $14.95 PowerTech discount to get a total value of $6,000 on the 2011 Sierra PowerTech. It's the best Sierra ever.
Your search begins at gmcdrive.com.
Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox.
This month, they all come alive on Comcast Sportsnet. Every game counts as the Bulls and Hawks drive for the playoffs. And fans rejoice as baseball returns to the north and south sides. With more than 40 games coming your way, it's the best month in Chicago sports. And it lives right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
When you run your own show, you wear a lot of hats. Host, star, friend, therapist, and dean of discipline. Can't curse on the air. There's kids listening. The more I thought about those methods of punishment, I said, Dan, what's more politically correct? Dodgeball.
When Coach Dan Gable speaks, people listen. You have a chance to listen to the national championship coach and Olympic gold medal winner at the Families Helping Families Gala, May 14th at the Cedar Rapids Marriott. Enjoy featured speaker Coach Dan Gable, a live auction and dinner. All proceeds to help Iowa children in foster care. Saturday, May 14th at the Cedar Rapids Marriott. For ticket information, go online to familieshelpingfamiliesofiowa.com.
Yes, ready, ready. Go get it.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
To clinch a playoff spot, Len Casper, Bob Brentley, and our Comcast Sportsnet crew from Milwaukee, where the Cubs lead the Brewers 6-4 in the top of the 8th. Two big home runs tonight for the Cubs. A game tire by Giovanni Soto, 2-run shot in the 4th. Later that inning, Jeff Baker with the go-ahead 3-run blast. 2 strikes to Colvin. Runner goes and a fly ball deep to right over in the corner. Morgan on the track. He's going to make the catch. And scampering back to first is Carlos Pena.
That's how cozy this field is. You'll see Tyler Colvin get way out in front of a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, hooked it right down the line. Send Niger Morgan all the way to the 345 mark to make the catch.
It'll bring up Reed Johnson to pinch hit for Marshall. We're going to see Kerry Wood in the bottom of the 8th. Called strike. Braddock to the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside and high. Still 3-3 in Pittsburgh. Rockies and Pirates are in the bottom of the 9th in that one. Foul tip, strike 3 to end the inning. So Braddock does his job. Kerry Wood coming on in the bottom of the 8th with the Cubs up 2.
One Coors Light coming up. Here you go.
Thanks, Bob. Sweet setup. Yeah, ever since I got this Coors Light home draft, it's like having a bar at home. Thanks. What's your girlfriend gonna say? I got that covered.
You're not on the list.
Bob has a list?
And you're not on it.
The Coors Light Home Draft. CO2 pressurized for up to 30 days of fresh frost-brewed draft beer right from your fridge.
Big Darryl, give it up. How you doing, Sarah? Good to see you.
Come on, really?
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Hey, would you mind if I asked Sheila out?
Of course not. We broke up 6 months ago. But I don't think she'd go for a guy like...
She said she'd love to. She can't wait to see me. She's wanted me to ask her out for over a year now. She just sent me a video.
Hi, oh, can I see that?
Yeah.
Can't wait for a date.
In the network, sparks fly faster. AT&T is getting faster with 4G. Rethink possible.
Right-hander Kerry Wood setting up for Carlos Marmol. Wood will make his 4th appearance. So far 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs.
A couple of walks in the early going this season, and if you have not seen Kerry Wood pitch, you'll notice a pitch that he did not have his first go-round with the Chicago Cubs. That cut fastball has been his go-to pitch throughout spring training in the early part of this season.
C.B. Buckner said Prince Fielder offered at that pitch. But from our look at center, it didn't look like he went around. But I thought maybe the pitch was just a called strike. As it is, it's 0-2. Gio wants it way up. Fly to left. Soriano gets to the warning track and records the out.
That is a strong man right there. He gets the fastball up from Kerry Wood, up out of the strike zone by about a foot. Just flipped at that ball down the left field line and got it to the warning track with that very defensive swing.
McGee has walked, struck out, knocked in a run, and has scored a run. And takes a heater for a strike. Bouncer up the middle. Gloved by Baker. 2 away. Got him on that cutter. Here comes Betancourt.
I would imagine imagine Woody is going to be very effective against hitters who have faced him in the past, but haven't seen him recently since he started throwing that cut fastball. Kerry Wood used to be 4-seam heater in the mid to upper 90s, had a curveball and a slider. Now he throws a 2-seamer, a 4-seamer, and a cutter, and a very occasional breaking pitch.
One thing we haven't mentioned, Kerry's happy to have facial hair again after being a Yankee. That means no goatee.
Yeah.
So even playing for his former battery mate Joe Girardi, I guess no exceptions.
There's one of the rare breaking balls you'll see from Kerry Wood.
Stay up for Colvin. Kerry Wood used 9 pitches to go 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the 9th. 6-4 Cubs.
Let's see you fly now.
Look, more frequent flyer red tape. Not on my watch.
Let that family fly.
I just wanted to use miles to take my family on vacation, but...
Let me guess, restrictions through the roof.
That's right.
Not anymore. Rapid Rewards has your back.
Join Rapid Rewards and enjoy unlimited reward seats, no blackout dates, and no red tape.
Hey, looking for the perfect place to entertain your best customers and guests this summer? Why not bring them to the Mezzanine Suites, presented by Nuveen Investments. They can accommodate anywhere from 15 to 55 guests and include food, beverage, and parking. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites or call 773-404-4200. A lot of suites in this 10-year-old ballpark here in Milwaukee. 34,310. And the Cub fans in attendance are enjoying themselves a little bit more than the home fans at this point. Big night for Jeff Baker. 3 hits, go-ahead home run, 4 RBIs. Takes a curveball inside. Hits for Baker. Probably be in that lineup again tomorrow night against another lefty, Chris Narveson.
Well, if he isn't, there ought to be an investigation. He's had a really good night offensively tonight. The long home run to left field, a couple of line drives into right field. See if we can't get him on the plate one more time here. Add an insurance run.
Starlin is 1 out of 4. And there's the closer. Right now it would be a safe situation. Castro lost his footing. That back foot slipped a little bit.
He did slip a little bit, partially because he was taking a big swing right there. We've talked about Starlin Castro and the power that he hit for down in the Cactus League, how he's getting himself into better hitters counts, and when he does, he's really letting that bat fly. A little more controlled swing that time. And now with 2 strikes, he's just going to try to battle, put the ball in play somewhere. Many times it's right back up the middle of the field, as you see Sergio Mitre beginning to crank it up for the Brewers.
By the way, I guess the Blackhawks have not officially clinched a playoff spot, but they're very, very close. Dallas playing in Colorado tonight, so hoping for a little help from the Avs, and it will become official. But a big win tonight in Detroit. Popped up, and it's Ricky Weeks.
See, for me, it becomes official, Len, when you say it. That's it.
Okay, I'm the one, huh?
It's a done deal.
Well, I thought if they won, they're in, but I guess they're not quite in just yet. If Dallas loses, or if they win in a shootout, it's over. Gets a little complicated with all the tiebreakers here late in the year. One strike to Marlon Byrd. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth, bottom 3 in the order for Milwaukee. Way outside, 1-1.
Now, Marlon Byrd has to have an eye on that hole on the right side of the infield. I talk about it all the time, but you've got a lefty on the mound whose fastball naturally tails away from the right-handed hitting Marlon Byrd. First couple pitches of the at-bat, they were working him away. And it would stand to reason that Marlon shoots one into right field right here and sets up a 1st and 3rd situation for Aramis Ramirez.
Driven out in the left center field. That ball's going to go to the wall. Baker's going to be sent by Ivan De Jesus. Betancourt can't handle the throw, and a big insurance run. Now a 3-run advantage. It's 7-4.
Nice piece of hitting by Marlon Byrd, and an even better piece of base running by Jeff Baker. Big split in the gap in left center field. And as soon as that ball came off the bat, Jeff Baker realized nobody was going to get to it. He's able to come all the way around from first base, no hesitation whatsoever, never breaks stride, making it easy for Ivan De Jesus to wave him on in.
And that'll be it for the lefty Braddock. A Honda call to the pen, a former Cub, Sergio Mitre, coming on when we come back.
You could say I'm demanding, and not because I'm a ginormous celebrity, but because I have Xfinity. All my favorite shows and movies are available instantly on demand. Now, I'm not demanding, am I? Well, am I?
No, ma'am. Happy to be here.
With Xfinity On Demand, get all your favorites on TV and online. Satellite can't match that. Switch to Xfinity for $99 a month for 12 months and we'll guarantee your rate for 2 years. Plus, get 3 months of HBO free. Or step up to an HD triple play and get up to $200 back. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
And this Honda call to the pen brings on a former Chicago Cub, Sergio Mitre. I haven't seen Sergio in a while. Came over from the Yankees in late March.
Since he left the Cubs after the 05 season, a couple years down in Florida with the Marlins, and then 2 years with the Yankees in New York, now here with the Milwaukee Brewers. Fastball, changeup, occasional curveball.
Runner at second with 1 out, 7-4, and Ramirez takes a breaking ball inside. And since we last saw Mitre in a Cubs uniform, which was a while ago, as Bob mentioned, underwent Tommy John surgery in 2008.
Lucky stop there by George Katarza. He'd be the first one to tell you that. Mitre just spiked an 89-mile-an-hour sinker into the dirt out in front of home plate. Said it many times, a catcher never anticipates a fastball in the dirt. Certainly a breaking pitch or a split finger or a changeup. You've got a pretty good feeling that could possibly end up in a dirt, but you assume a major league pitcher is going to throw a fastball somewhere near the strike zone.
Prince Fielder makes a catch. Inside, ball 1.
We'll have to ask Giovanni Soto after the game if he recalls anybody else defensively putting this drastic a shift on for him. I don't recall anybody that we played against, certainly in the last couple of years, doing this. But it's not just on a whim. Apparently the Brewers have looked at their fielding charts from last season, maybe the season before, and determined that Giovanni Soto is going to hit ground balls to the left side of the infield and fly balls to the left side of the outfield, for that matter.
I can't name another right-handed batter who's had a shift put on against him like this. Usually it's the lefties. Fouled right at the plate. 1-2. You saw James Russell throwing along with Carlos Marmol. Not sure if this would be his throw day, if they just had him throwing some extra pitches. He's going to start on Tuesday, and again available tonight and tomorrow out of the pen. But it appears as though it'll be Marmol, and right now again still a save situation. Ground ball in the hole, backhanded neatly by Betancourt, and a tag will be applied by Fielder to end the inning. Marlon Byrd giving the Cubs a 3-run lead on that RBI double. Here comes the closer, 7-4.
What's your idea of financial security?
Financial security. Just protecting the roof over my head.
No matter where you're starting from, Country Financial can help you achieve it.
Retiring when I want to.
Your Country Financial representative can provide you with a tangible plan to protect what you have and plan for the future.
Some kind of safety net for my family.
At Country Financial, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
After the game, stick around for Coors Light Cubs postgame live. David Kaplan, Todd Hollinsworth will break down the game and preview the Cubs' next matchup. Don't miss Coors Light Cubs postgame live immediately following the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. Well, the Cubs have gone Wood, Marshall, Marmol in a 5-3 win the last time Carlos Zambrano pitched. But this would be the first time they've gone Marshall, Wood, Marmol, and that's kind of how we thought it might play out a lot this season with that very formidable back end of the bullpen.
Yeah, really the Marshall-Wood part of that equation. It depends on the opposing lineup and where you're at. Are there more left-handed hitters or more right-handed hitters? Do you like the matchups better with one or the other in the ball game? So those two are pretty much interchangeable in that 7th and 8th inning role.
Morgan with a flare out into right center. That's going to drop. No man's land. And Morgan with a huge turn, but not going to take a chance with his team down 3.
Wasn't hit particularly hard, but hit in a good location. First pitch fastball from Carlos Marmol at 93, actually off the plate inside. Morgan got jammed and just floated it out there between Byrd and Coleman for a base hit.
You notice a trend when Marmol gives up a hit. It's either an infield hit, a flare off the end of the bat. Guys just do not hit him hard. Two quick ones on George Kataris. Wouldn't think Morgan would be running in this spot. Have to be 110% sure you're going to be safe.
Well, that's one thing about Carlos Marmol. Like most closers in the major leagues, he doesn't pay a whole lot of attention to base runners over there. He will occasionally hold the ball momentarily before delivering to home plate, but for the most part, he's focused on that hitter at the plate and not too concerned with whether that guy at first is going to try to steal or not.
2-2 on Kataris. Way out in front on a fastball. Craig Counsell is the pinch hitter on deck. Then back to the top. High for ball 3. Well, the Brewer fans are making noise. And he walked him. Stop me if you've heard this before. He doesn't have to throw strikes, but he's got to be at least close.
You have to give the illusion of a strike. Get it close to the zone, get those batters swinging the bats, and you don't have to be so fine. You see the pattern there, scattered all around inside and outside of the strike zone that time to Kataris. Now Counsell will be called back in favor of, I believe it's Mark Kotze, to take this pinch hit at bat.
You know, more of a home run threat. Slider for a strike. Kotze spent last year with the White Sox. When he played every day, he was about a 10 to 15 homer guy. That was a while ago as he fouls it back late on a fastball. 1-2. Hard to sit still if you're a manager in this spot. A 1-2 pitch. He got him on the slider for strike 3.
Well, hopefully that's the slider that will help Carlos Marmol find that release point. We showed you the pitch tracks to Kataris, and he was all over the place. Really good backdoor slider right there to Kotsay to catch him looking. And that's usually all it takes. Find the good release point on one slider in that strike zone, and then Carlos is off to the races. Hopefully that's the case here.
Cubs' first 6 games have been decided by 3 or fewer runs, and tonight they lead by 3. Haven't played in any laughers yet. Well, he needed that one. 2-1. Three balls and a strike. Carlos Gomez on deck. How about a ground ball right at Starlin Castro?
I'm all for it.
Three and 2.
That time Marmol took a lot off the slider, just kind of rolled it up there in the middle of the plate, almost directly in the middle of the strike zone to run it full.
Fly ball right field, no problem for Colvin. So Marmol comes back and gets Weeks, and it'll bring up Carlos Gomez.
The first pitch to this guy. We talked about him earlier. A very aggressive swinger. Loves to hack at the first or second pitch of the at bat. With that in mind, I would expect Marmol to start him with a slider.
And he laid off.
Looked like a swing from up here. We'll get a look from our low first camera. Yeah, sure looked like that barrel got out in front of home plate there.
You should have been at first base tonight.
No thanks. I like it right where I'm at.
Gotta get you one of those uniforms.
Yeah.
1-1. We like you right where you are too. Gomez almost looks surprised to get a fastball.
It's too bad he wasn't swinging at that one. 92 miles an hour at the upper edge of the strike zone. There's a good slider.
2-2 on Gomez. Arnold 1 strike away. He struck him out. Cubs win. Couple of Ks from Marmol in the ninth. And a good start to this road trip. And going back to last year, the Cubs have now won 20 of their last 25 on the road. And they're back over 500 at 4-3. Winning is always good, but especially to start a long 9-game trip.
No question about it, Len. You know what's ahead of you on this road trip. You know you've had success in this particular ballpark in the past. To come out and snag that first game of a series is always big. Especially when you do it according to the formula. 6 strong innings out of Zambrano tonight. Sean Marshall, Kerry Wood, and Carlos Marmol slamming the door on the Brewers offense.
And for Zambrano, that's his 9th consecutive win. That ties his career high, set back in 2006. And we have Dave Kaplan down on the field with the offensive hero tonight, Jeff Baker.
All right, thank you, Len. Jeff, huge day. 4 2-out hits, 4 RBIs, a big day. And to come in here and get the first one, what's it mean?
Yeah, it's big. Z, set the tone, gave us a quality start, and we hung around, we battled, and we had some big at-bats when we needed to, and put some runs on the board, and fortunately held up.
He is a crafty lefty, Randy Wolf, but it looked like after the first at-bat, you were locked in.
Yeah, he's tough, man. He's one of those guys. He doesn't have a pattern. He goes in, he goes out, he changes speeds. He's a real tough at bat, and I was able to get some good pitches hit today.
Is that as good as it gets for you? 4 for 5, 4 RBIs, a 3-run bomb.
Yeah, that, and 7-4 win. So it's huge for us. Start off the road. This road trip with a win and get this series going right.
Finally, this is how it's drawn up on the blackboard, where you get 6 innings out of the starter, and then you go Marshall, Wood, Marmol.
Yeah, absolutely. We like our back end of our bullpen. If our starters go 6 and get it and hand it over to those guys, we feel real comfortable with it, whether it's a 1-run lead or a 3-run lead, and hopefully we keep doing this, keep this recipe going.
All right, congratulations.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, let's go back up top to Len and Bob.
All right, Capper, thanks very much. Nice 7-4 win to start this 3-game weekend set against one of the Cubs' top rivals, the Milwaukee Brewers. That'll do it for our game coverage. Our producer, Bob Albrecht, our director, John Walsh, our associate producer, Keon Dolachaki. Final score again tonight, the Cubs 7, the Brewers 4. Our next Cubs telecast right back here tomorrow night, 6 o'clock from Miller Park. Matt Garza against left-hander Chris Narveson. In-game scoring provided by ScorePad. Now for Bob Brenly and our entire crew, this is Len Casper inviting you to stay tuned. Coors Light Cubs post-game live with Cap and Holly coming up next.
Come to Menards for great deals during the Project Day sale. 5-star doors from Ideal are durable, dent-resistant, and feature pre-finished white steel inside and out with an insulated core. A 9x7 is $349. A 16x7 is $599. Nova Brick mortarless brick is on sale. 4-inch brick requires fewer screws, less installation time, and is also available in 9 colors in either split face or smooth. Only $464 a square foot after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you going to the game or looking for a place to watch it? The Captain Morgan Club on Addison and Sheffield is calling your name. Open year-round with 30 flat-screen TVs and an outdoor patio. Come to the Captain Morgan Club to watch the Cubs and every sporting event. Tickets or no tickets, we're calling all captains.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Xfinity. Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity. Midas. For brakes, oil changes, and tires, trust the Midas touch. AT&T. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today for great savings on Toyota's all-star lineup of fuel-efficient vehicles. Official partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Here at Comcast Sportsnet, we like to welcome every new batch of interns to the big leagues.
It's just a way to show they're a part of the team.
White Stars, Mr. Boyle?
Medium. Always medium. Because if you want to be fans' best friend, you got to earn it.
Catch us on Sportsnet Central and CSNChicago.com. Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Intern!
Every weeknight at 5:30, only one show covers Chicago sports the right way. Chicago Tribune Live. Join host David Kaplan in a nightly roundtable with Chicago's biggest sports stars, celebrities, and journalists as they tackle every angle of the sports world.
You got to have 4 guys out there that can shut down the opposition and be lights out on any given start in order to win and rid your field.
Chicago Tribune Live, presented by Captain Morgan. Weeknights at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
The following is a paid advertisement for time.
You land at the airport following a business trip. Your first thought is getting home. The Eastern Iowa Airport understands. Make it home in 20 minutes. Choose the Eastern Iowa Airport. Settle in your chair in minutes instead of hours. Smart Cedar Rapids, Iowa